Have you ever been called a dreamer, a little too lost in your own fantasies? Maybe you've been told to get your head out of the clouds or to stop living in a dream world. But what if those so-called delusions might just be the key to making your wildest dreams a reality? Here's the thing. There's a power in that unshakable conviction that something is possible, even when the world tells you otherwise. It's a power that can manifest miracles, turn dreams into reality, and defy the odds. This power is not about sitting at home and daydreaming, hoping for a miracle. It's about being delusional enough to believe in a huge, seemingly impossible dream, while actively taking the necessary steps to achieve it. So, before you dismiss your dreams, consider this. What if being a little delusional is exactly what you need to unlock a world of endless possibilities? In our everyday lives, we often associate delusion with something negative, a disconnection from reality, a belief in something that's simply not true. But what if we stripped away that negative connotation and looked at delusion from a different perspective? Imagine delusion as a state of unwavering belief, a conviction so strong that it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's the ability to hold on to a vision, a dream, or a goal with such intensity that it shapes your reality. It's the power to see something that doesn't yet exist and believe in it with every fiber of your being. Now, I'm not suggesting that we completely disconnect from reality or live in a perpetual state of fantasy. That's not healthy, and it's not what we're aiming for here. Instead, I'm proposing that we embrace the belief that we can create the life we desire. Think about it this way. Every great achievement, every groundbreaking invention, every revolutionary idea started as a delusion in someone's mind. It was a belief in something that didn't yet exist, a vision that defied the current reality. But it was that very delusion that fueled the passion, the perseverance, and the unwavering determination to make it a reality. Take, for example, the Wright brothers and their dream of human flight. At the time, the idea of a machine capable of soaring through the skies was nothing more than a delusion, but they held on to that belief, that vision, with such conviction that they made the impossible possible. Have you ever heard of the placebo effect? It's a fascinating phenomenon where people experience real physical or psychological changes simply because they believe they're receiving a treatment, even if it's just a sugar pill. That's the power of belief at work. You see, our minds are incredibly powerful tools. What we believe, we can often manifest into reality, whether we're aware of it or not. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. If we truly believe something will happen, our thoughts, actions, and even our physiology align to make it so. Take, for example, the story of Roger Bannister, the first person to break the 4-minute mile barrier. For years, it was believed to be physically impossible for a human to run a mile in under 4 minutes. But Bannister had a delusion, a belief that he could defy the odds and achieve the unthinkable. And once he did, the floodgates opened, and countless others followed, shattering the supposed limitations of human endurance. This phenomenon is known as cognitive dissonance, the psychological discomfort we experience when our beliefs clash with reality. But instead of seeing it as a roadblock, we can harness that dissonance as a motivating force for change. That mismatch between your belief and the current reality creates a sort of tension or friction within you. It's like there are two opposing forces at play, your belief pulling you in one direction and the external circumstances trying to hold you back. But here's the really fascinating part. That tension, that inner conflict, can actually become a powerful motivator for change. It's almost like your mind recognizes the dissonance between your belief and reality, and it starts working harder to try and resolve that dissonance by aligning your reality with your belief. Researchers have found that our beliefs and thoughts can actually reshape our brains and influence our physiology in really profound ways. It's like our minds are constantly rewiring themselves based on the beliefs and expectations we hold. For example, studies have shown that people who believe in their ability to recover from an injury or illness tend to heal faster and experience better outcomes than those who doubt their recovery. It's almost as if their positive belief sets off a chain reaction in their bodies, influencing everything from their immune function to their pain perception. Similarly, when it comes to manifestation and achieving our goals, our beliefs can shape our attitudes, behaviors, and even our physiology in ways that support the manifestation of those beliefs. This idea of using delusion as a tool for manifestation isn't just some modern New Age concept. In fact, many spiritual traditions and philosophies have long embraced the power of belief and visualization in shaping our reality, like the law of attraction. The basic premise is that like attracts like. Our thoughts, beliefs, and vibrations attract corresponding experiences and circumstances into our lives. And if we align our thoughts and beliefs with what we want to manifest, the universe will conspire to make it happen. Think about it this way. When we hold on to a positive delusion or a belief in something that doesn't yet exist, we're essentially putting the law of attraction into motion. We're sending a powerful signal out into the universe, declaring our intention and setting the wheels in motion for manifestation. And that's where visualization comes into play. In many spiritual traditions, visualization is seen as a great tool for manifestation. By vividly imagining and experiencing our desired reality in our minds, we're essentially creating a blueprint for the universe to follow. It's like planting a seed in the fertile soil of our subconscious mind. The more we nurture and tend to that seed through visualization and belief, the more likely it is to sprout and blossom into reality. Jim Carrey, before he became famous, wrote himself a check for $10 million for acting services and dated it for a few years in the future. He carried this check in his wallet as a constant reminder of his goal. Despite it seeming like a delusion at the time, Carrey didn't just daydream. He worked hard, performing stand-up comedy and auditioning for roles. His belief and persistence paid off when, a few years later, he earned $10 million from his performance in a hit movie. So how do we actually integrate this idea of positive delusion into our lives in a way that leads to real, tangible results? You know that old saying, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Well, it's absolutely true. Our mindset plays a huge role in determining our success or failure. But here's the thing, cultivating a positive, delusional mindset is just the first step. The real magic happens when we pair that mindset with consistent, focused action. Affirmations and visualization are powerful mindset practices that can help ingrain positive delusions into your subconscious. But the real key to manifesting your dreams lies in taking consistent, purposeful action. It's also important to find a balance between delusion and grounding. It's easy to get caught up in the idea of just sitting at home, dreaming, journaling, and thinking positive thoughts. And while those practices are valuable, they mean nothing without the follow-through of consistent, purposeful action. Positive delusion is a mindset, but it's a mindset that needs to be backed up by relentless effort, hard work, and a willingness to step outside of your comfort zone. That's where the real work comes in. Not just embracing your positive delusion, but actively pursuing it day in and day out. It means overcoming doubts and negative thoughts, and it also means putting in the hard yards, taking calculated risks, and consistently showing up for your dreams. And while we want to embrace our positive delusions, we don't want to completely disconnect from reality. That's why it's important to take breaks, practice mindfulness, and stay anchored in the present moment while still holding onto your vision for the future.